Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Object 274A for a couple of reasons. First of all, I spent a lot of money on this tank and figured it was time to make a review on it, make some of that money back. But in all seriousness, I saw it sitting in my garage and just thought nobody ever talks about this tank. In fact, even though there are a lot older premiums in the game that don't get talked about a lot, I would honestly believe that this is one of the least known tanks in Tier 8. Wargaming released it in crates. I don't think it's been sold since, and for good reason. There's nothing really good about it. I mean, the camouflage looks cool, don't get me wrong, but it was 3,000 gold for this camo, which I guess is fine. I mean, if it's not going to be put in crates and they make camos more expensive, that's fine with me. I'd much rather drop gold on camos than gambling for crates. But the tank itself is just a really mediocre vehicle. I mean, the gun has 310 damage, which I do like. A beefy alpha medium is something that I'm always a big fan of. So this has a bit more alpha than your average 270 by 40 per shot, which is pretty good. Your premium is the same as the average alpha of a T44, T54 Mod 1. When it comes to the pen, it's also pretty good. 194 on the standard and 252 on the premium. So it's enough to cut through most vehicles in front of you. Damage per minute is mediocre at 2,000. Dispersion is okay at 0.326. Aiming time's a bit on the worse side, but that makes sense because it does have more alpha. Gun depression is decent at 7 degrees. And armor-wise, the turret is very strong. The hull armor, not so strong. Mobility-wise, 55 kilometers per hour with a power to weight of 20.7. I think the big problem I had with this vehicle is this tank, the T54 Mod 1. You'll notice the 54 Mod 1 is a much lower down profile, and it's just kind of a better tank. Like, yes, it has less damage per shot at 280, but it has more DPM by 100. Not only does it have more DPM, but it's got better penetration on certain aspects. I think I might be running rammer. Yeah, I am. So you can see the pen's pretty dang similar, 184, 247, only about 10 less. And for the fact that this gun is so old, it's really not that much different. I mean, dispersion's a bit worse, aiming time's a bit worse, but this tank's got armor, and I think that's the big advantage of the 54 Mod 1, is the entire upper and lower plate are about 200 millimeters thick, and the turret's about 250 on the 54 Mod 1. And while the 274 may have a better turret for hull down capabilities, the hull is much worse on the 274A, making it a very easy target for people to pick apart when it is exposed. Either way, it's not a bad tank by any means. I think it's actually a fairly balanced vehicle. And the thing that I always find weird, and it's not weird, it makes sense, but people complain about Wargaming releasing overpowered tanks into the matchmaker like the T77. I'd even be willing to say the G-SOR is pretty up there on the overpowered scale if you understand how to play it. People complain about these overpowered tanks being released, and then when these pretty balanced and mediocre tanks get released like the 274A, everybody instantly forgets about them and doesn't say a single word. It's just the cries of people on certain things versus the nothing out of the other. But we got a nice shot into the Leo. Alright. You can see that the gun's actually not too bad on accuracy. I'll be honest, I have not driven this tank since last time I talked about it, so let's see. Ooh, boy, we got a lot of tanks trying to shoot at me. We got a bounce off the side. I'm not sure what's shooting at me, but we did get a bounce. Let's just load a premium shell. There you go. Nice slap into the 53 TP. A perfect roll for our alpha on the premium. And let's see if I can get one more shot into his vehicle. We'll just fire a standard. Rip. Did not end up penetrating. We've got the Lorraine over here, the Barask, and my teammate is basically cementing himself in suicide. I mean, I'm going to try and help out my teammate, but with the G-SOR in the back as well, I can't really push up. So this T44 has to give me some leeway here, but looks like he is. There you go. Nice shot into the Barask once. We got 5 more seconds left, so maybe we can get another shell out into the Lorraine or something. Come on. Reload. Let's go for the Barask, actually. There you go. Another nice shot into the Barask. I'm still going to try and hold your hull down. I mean, this thing has pretty good armor. You'll notice, obviously, as soon as you get the hull exposed, its armor falls apart pretty quickly. But its armor is good enough. There you go. Nice shot into the Leo. ISU 130 is also in the back, which is going to help me out a little bit at least. Let's see what we can do here. Hello. We got the Barask there. All right. Well, as long as my teammate covers me, I should be fine. If my ISU 130 does not cover me and misses his shots like he is right now, then that's going to suck a little bit. Let's go for an HE on the side of the Lorraine. There you go. Nice 408 tap. We're doing pretty good. We're holding. We're doing our job. We've dealt 2,000 damage so far. Lorraine's out of ammo and bonks himself to the enemy. Let's go for a shell into the G-Sor. He does manage to pen a Hess shell. I don't even know where. It looks like one on our upper plate. It's not the lower plate because you can see that is not a Hesh mark on the lower plate. So I'm actually not sure where he penned me. But nice shot into the Brask for 319. And with that, we're doing pretty well so far. Got a couple more seconds left to reload. 3, 2, 1. Bonk. Oh, well, that was a bit unfortunate. Honestly, I kind of saw that one bouncing just because of the way his armor was angled there. But, oh well. Let's go for one pen into the G-Sor. I don't really care if I die. Just want to get a pen out. And come on, let me ram ya. Yes! There you go. Alright, so not a bad battle. But as you can see, there's nothing really special about this tank. I mean, we did our job, came out with a victory. We probably did close to 3,000 damage at 2,965. And we blocked 1,050. And we pulled out a first class. While we're loading into the next battle, I'm actually going to go to Blitz Stars. I'm going to see how many people have driven this tank in the past 36, I think it's 60 days. Yeah, it's last 60 days. So let me just go to tank compare and add tank. Let's see, OBJ 2, oh, well, I guess you can't search that, but I should be able to find it. There it is. So in the last 60 days, 411 people have driven the 274A. It actually has a high win rate of 58%, but I'm pretty sure that's because really the only people driving it are the ones that probably like it and understand how to play it. I mean, if we compare that to the 54 Mod 1, the T54 Mod 1 has about 400 people as well playing it in the last 60 days. And I'm actually surprised to see that little people playing in the T54 Mod 1. But I guess it is a very old tank. I always find it fun just to like look at what are the most popular and least popular tanks in Tier 8. Because there's always trends that go in and out. The Mod 1's just a bit outdated. Which is why it probably isn't played too much anymore. Now this battle here, we got a T92E1, T54 against us, Progetto 46. That's 3 mediums. And well, our team is not going towards medium side, it appears. I'm hoping that the 50TP and Action 10 is going to go to mid and help me out. If they do, this will be great. And it looks like the 50TP is. So, yeah, hopefully we can do good here. Indian Panzer, yeah, okay. I obviously don't want to fight a T92E1. That is probably one of the hardest tanks to fight in a lower alpha vehicle because the thing outtrades me 560 to 310, so I got to be careful about that. We've spotted some people though. Tiger 2, Kampfpanzer 70. You can see the power to weight on this tank is not incredible. It's not a super incredibly fast tank because we weren't even able to get into position that fast. This Kampfpanzer is going to be a big threat for me here because I can't do anything to counter him yet. Okay, well, let's see. Come on, KPZ. I'm just going to aim it on his hatch, and there you go. Nice shot right into his hatch. All right. He is mad at me, though. I can tell you that for a fact. Now, to what I'm aware, the turret armor on this vehicle is actually pretty good. So if we only show the turret to this Kampfpanzer, we should be pretty A-okay when it comes to actually getting bounces. Okay. Well, I don't have much here to support me. But I'm going to try and get behind this Prog, load on an HE shell, and boom, nice tap, 379 damage into his vehicle. 5 more seconds on the reload, should be able to get another slap out in just a moment. Let's see, T92E1, T54. This vehicle does have the same alpha as the T54, as many of you probably know, at 310, which is actually pretty nice. Yeah, nah, I was going to go for an HE, but well, there's no point because we max rolled him and lit him on fire. So that works pretty well too. This 54 does not have the gun depression to pen me right now. He might if he backs up, but at this point it kind of made it redundant, dude. You lost more health for that trade anyway. And you might lose a little bit more health right now, especially with an HE in the rear, 357. We're up to 2,000 damage already. Okay, yeah, this is not a bad tank at all. I gotta be honest. It's actually, it's quite enjoyable to drive. There's nothing special about it though, and that's, I would definitely say, the main reason why 90% of people are never going to care about this tank. It's just your average Russian medium. That's really the best description I can give you about it. Let's aim it on the KPZ. Get a nice pen into his track wheel there for 322. And let's put on the adrenaline. We might as well. Now, again, I think the turret armor is actually pretty good on this tank. Good enough to bait a shell from a vehicle like the KPZ or anything like that. Got the Tiger 2 off to the side. And, well, we might as well. Let's see if we can just bonk him. There you go. Nice shot, 287. One more pen and we will deal 3,000 damage. So, well, if he wants me to kill him, I'll do it. I got you, bro. I got you. All right, and boop. There you go. Another nice shot. 2 low rolls in a row, by the way. Pretty lame if I'm going to be completely honest. But, yeah, let's just drive over here. Can we HE pen him anywhere in the rear? No. All right, well, let's just get another shot in for 320. Looks like he gave up, but, oh well. That's not my problem. That's all the free damage. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Nice shot again. Max roll as well. And I don't know if we're going to get the kill. I think we actually should. I don't think anybody's fast enough to get here. Especially, yeah, we're going to get this kill. Haha! Yes! Alright, well there you go. Pretty good game. 3,000 something damage again. We were able to do our job, hold down, and come out with a victory. How much did we end up doing? 4,085 damage. That's right, because we got that fire. And we planted an ace tanker. As you can see, I barely have any battles in the tank. I mean, I have 12 battles in the vehicle overall. So, yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 274A. I don't know why I made a video on this tank. I just figured maybe if anybody wanted to know about it, what this tank is capable of, this is your video. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.